Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sherry and my channel is Blue Gemini. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing a little better. I slept in kind of till like 10 o'clock this morning, so I still feel like a groggy feeling just from Vegas because I don't know. I drank at the wedding, but I woke up still feeling it. So hopefully it wears off because I'm not a fan of sleeping in late. So yeah, I need to wake up early again. I feel like the day's already gone and I just woke up. But yeah, so while I was in Vegas, I know I was missing out on so much of the YouTube streets drama, y'all. Whew, I've been having to like rip and run at the wrong times because I'm just missing out on stuff. So I'm catching up again. So I just finished watching Chanel's video. I forgot who I was talking about for this video. I just finished watching Chanel's video of her reaction to Chillin' with Walt and B Love's interview. And she came with some receipts this time. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't waste my time. And it gives me something to kind of react off of and give my opinion on. So the funny part is though, y'all, I personally, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, but a lot of people thought that she was just lying about everything. But I personally been believing her story from the jump. Um, just because it's not that juicy of a story and it's not that serious of a story. It's something real simple. So I've been believing it. And girl, you didn't do me wrong. Like you did not make me feel stupid for believing it. So she basically just made a video reacting to the portion of the Be Love interview that was speaking on her. And she basically gave some receipts, like some simple receipts too. She gave some screenshots of pretty much just proving that they did speak, which boosted up her credibility in my eyes. She didn't have to sit there and go too deep into receipts or anything like that. She just gave the mere basics, which proved she was not lying and proved that Walt has been lying. Now, y'all, again, it's not that deep of a situation. It's not, I'm going to reiterate, Walt was single. So, he didn't do anything wrong. Her whole point was just to say her story about their interaction. Walt lied about it, and she said the fact that he pretty much called her crazy and nutso on Be Love's platform, which was millions of people and her family watches and stuff. She had to clear her name. So I don't blame her. I don't think she intended to be messy still, but she had to prove him wrong. Like I don't blame her. So she basically just showed proof that they had been talking, which I already believed. And she proved, oh, y'all, my shirt is on backwards. I just noticed that. It's okay. It's okay. It's supposed to be that way, okay? But so she basically just said that they did have 4 meetings. It wasn't necessarily an outside date meeting. He came to her house. So y'all, we are adults and kind of we can make up the own conclusion for those 3 house visits. Okay. Um, but from the text messages though, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like what was leading her on? It wasn't just dating. So I can kind of see why she said her heart was broken. And y'all, she was right. She never said that she was in love with the man. I think she said it in the first video as like a not a serious like I was in love with him, but like a joking like, man, I love how he is. I love that man. I don't think it was a deep like, oh, I was just so madly in love with him, how everybody's kind of making it seem. People are really running with the whole she said she was in love so she's crazy. Y'all, it's a figure of speech. Like, come on, calm down. I knew when she said it that it wasn't like I'm so deeply in love. It was just like, man, I loved his personality. I loved his company. Like, he broke my heart because she expected something from it, which from the messages she had a right to. I mean, she had a right to. They're having meetups. They were in the process of, well, they were in the average person's process of dating and it becoming more. So I completely understand why she expected more from it. I'm pretty sure she did not think they were dating. I mean, we're all adults here. Unless it's official, I'm pretty sure people do not just sit there and claim people as their man and all that stuff. Like, unless she gave him like rules, kind of, not really rules, but like her expectations. Like with me, I dated somebody before and we hung out a few times, and I let him know right then and there, like, are you dealing with other females? And I let him know, when I talk to somebody, I'm only talking to them. I don't care if we're not official or nothing, but I'm only talking to them, which is probably bad. People tell me that I need to like date multiple people at a time, but I don't got the patience for that, and I don't have the time for that. I don't. So with her, oh God, the monster. Here. Yours is so weird. So, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, she threw me off. Oh, okay. So, unless she gave him some like expectations, like, okay, if we're talking, we need to be the only two talking, or Gaga. Gaga's on your phone. Go get it. Don't put your mouth on that. Go get it. But unless she gave him some expectations, which, I mean, y'all, it doesn't make you crazy to tell somebody what you expect from the jump. Now, like I said, I've told somebody, like, I don't talk to people who are talking to multiple people. So if you tell me you're talking to multiple people, that's my cue to go. I'm not competing with nobody. I don't care if we're not official or not. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm not going to sit here and spend time with somebody knowing that tomorrow they have a date with Jasmine, like, or Sally is the next day, or Vanessa is Saturday. No, what? You're not going to put me on your team. I'm sorry. So that's a turn off to me personally. Okay, baby, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. She hasn't been paying me no mind. Bubbles? No bubbles. So she has every right, if those are if like she did speak on it or he did speak on it and he let her know, like, no, I'm not talking to anybody. Huh? Papa Nana. Go get it. But we don't know, you know, what kind of conversation they had before to make her feel okay, girl. Hey, you better be glad this ain't attached to my head. But we don't know. Eris. Okay, no. See, y'all, when I laugh at it, it like eggs her on to keep going. No. Stop it. Stop it. But we don't know what kind of conversations they had beforehand. Oh, she licked me. What conversations they had beforehand to see where they're at. She just showed a screenshot just proving that they hung out more than once. So depending on, you know, what was said beforehand, her feelings about it could be very valid. Now, for him to lie about not seeing her, though, it's just like, what's the point? Like she said, yeah, like she said, there's proof, there's screenshots, and I don't think Walt thought that through. And honestly, y'all, in Walt's defense, even though I don't condone, well, no, let me pause that. I don't think it's anything wrong with dating somebody if you're dating multiple people. Yeah. I don't think he's wrong for dating multiple people if he was dating Nisha and her at the same time or anything like that. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong to date people. Me personally, I just don't date people who are dating people. But I don't think people that do are wrong. Sit down. Sit down. You're going to fall. I don't think people who do that are wrong. Bubbles. There are no bubbles. I don't think it is wrong for somebody to go hang out at somebody's house and not make it official and all that stuff. Girl, you trying to drag this video out, huh? Okay, do this. Shh. Shh. But I don't think it's wrong, y'all. Again, this is just my opinion based off of the kind of person I am. Oh my God, girl. Okay, I'm about to put you out. This is just my opinion based off of the person I am. And I let people know from the jump, like, when I talk to somebody, I expect the same in return of what I give. And if you can't give that, then that's fine. I'm not going to knock you for not being able to talk to one person at a time. But if you don't like it, then that's fine. Move on, because there are some that do. So that doesn't bother me. I'm not the type of person that can sit there and talk to multiple people, because if I'm talking to one person and I really like you, I'm going to give all my attention to you. So if you can't do the same, then okay, that's fine. So for Walt, I don't think he was wrong or anything like that. The only thing I think he was wrong for is just like not properly ending it with her. I don't think he actually like hit her up and said like, you know what, it just isn't working out and I'm talking to this person, blah, blah, blah. I think at least, you know, just as a person, if it's somebody you're really, really into, or you know they're really into you, at least, you know, give the respect to just let them know that, okay, I this isn't working. I found somebody else, blah, blah, blah. It's going to still hurt, but I mean, I respect a man more if he said that than to just up and disappear and then you end up with somebody else. So, but with their situation, in Walt's defense, I can see why he lied about it though. And I don't think this whole situation tags him as a liar. Because like I said, he wasn't official with anybody. And I really think that he just lied for Cindy. Because I feel like he probably let Cindy know ahead of time, or he, you know, it's probably came up in conversation with them and he can't backtrack on his story he already told her, which I don't blame him with that either, especially since him and Cindy, hey everybody, especially since Cindy just got back with him and, you know, they're trying to just start fresh and just, you know, just be happy together. So I can see she's mocking my intro. She keeps saying, hey everybody. But I think that he just did it to protect what he already had told Cindy. And even though it's not even that deep of a story, I just think that he doesn't want to. Okay. I hear you. But I don't think that he wants to look bad to Cindy right now. I think it's just too soon, and he doesn't want to drag any of this outside drama and just, you know, the people he's dated. He doesn't want to drag it into him and Cindy's relationship now, especially after everything that's went on. I think he just wants to just pretty much put the past in the past, but the past has came forward, so now he has to address it. And to me, I just don't think he thinks it's that serious, and it's not worth the fight that him and Cindy could have if he were to come out and just be like, okay, yeah, we dated. I hung out at her house this many times. We did this, that, and the other. When before, he probably told her like, okay, I just met her once and that was it. I can see why he wouldn't sit there and actually go deep into it. No, you're not blaming. Like, it's something that happened when he was single. It's something real minor. So it's really no point in going into details or anything about it. So I don't blame him for acting like he doesn't know her. He did it stupid only because it's like what's done in the dark comes to light. But I just think that I'm about to pop your ass again. 1, 2. But I just don't think it was that deep to him, which it's really not. So I don't blame him for not telling Cindy all the details and things. I wouldn't either. Like, if it was me and somebody I was with split and I was dating somebody else, I'm not going to sit there and just, oh, and we did this and we did this. If I know it's going to hurt them even more, it's harder to do. So depending on how Cindy reacted to it in general, could have made it to where that's why he didn't really go into detail with her and just kind of brushed it off, thinking that, oh, it was just a girl I talked to. For all we know, Cindy had his Facebook password or something and read the messages or something. I don't know. But I feel like he had a conversation with Cindy about it before. So for him to say that he didn't know her and everything, like, it's kind of like, okay, like, I see why he would say he doesn't know her, but I just don't understand why do it so stupid. If you're going to do something like that and say, you know, I don't know this girl, she's crazy, you can't do it. And you know they have proof and you're a public figure on, at least on YouTube, and the person has already made videos about the situation, and then you get on somebody else's platform talking crap about them. So it went from her just telling about her story time to basically her proving her story time. Like, if you guys notice, she could have came out with those receipts in that second video when she had receipts, when she had the pictures of his hands and stuff. She could have came out with the receipts just to prove it, because after the first video, people were already doubting her. So it's like, it's obvious she wasn't trying to sit there and just expose him, because if she would have came out with the first receipts pretty much proving like, yeah, we did talk. Yeah, like we were dating. He did come over. Like I was buying the man food for my house. Like it's obvious. If she would have came out with that stuff first, it would have shut down a lot of those people saying, "Oh no, you didn't go on dates with him. You're just in love with him for no reason. You're just a subscriber. It was just a meet and greet." Like, nah, y'all, she wasn't just a meet and greet. She just proved that. It was more than a meet and greet. Now, it may have been a meet and greet at first, but obviously Walt saw more in her to want to pursue more versus, a regular meet and greet where it's just, okay, hey, we meet, nice to meet you, goodbye, we go our separate ways and call it a day. Obviously, Walt saw something in her that he actually enjoyed her company and stuff like that. And from the text messages, shoot, he was probably just gaming her. Like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he was just gaming her. But she seemed really, I don't want to say desperate, but she seemed really sprung, like, from the jump. Like, even calling him baby and stuff and just saying, I miss you and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be the one doing all that. Like, now, if you give me the same energy, then yeah. But I'm going to need you to be sprung first. I'm going to need to see some text messages from you pretty much letting me know, like, you were just head over heels. Based off of their messages, how Walt would respond, I would not keep thirsting over him. Or I at least wouldn't let him know. Like, even for her to just keep referring to him as sexy and stuff, it's like, you blew his head up. You let him know, like, okay, I got this one. Now let me go work on this other one, because I know this one's not going anywhere. Because you let it be known, like, in the picture, like, I'm mad you called yourself big sexy. like, like, but I mean, you could have just put sexy. You didn't have to specify the big part. But just the fact that, she was sending him pictures, she didn't show any picture that he sent her, or, even a time slot for a picture he sent her or anything like that. So that kind of gave away that he wasn't really on the same level as her. I think he was just trying to game her up and just kind of just keep her there. She went and bought him food and stuff for his house, so she was making sure he was comfortable. She was probably like waiting on him hand and foot and just catering to him and just, trying to show him, yeah, I'll make sure my food ain't burning. I'm making homemade egg rolls and I got the meat cooking. But she was probably being like extra nurturing to him and just, hospitality. Women get like that sometimes. I know I do. If I have a man over, it's like, I'm about to cook you a gourmet meal. I got it from my mama when she used to have like her boyfriends and stuff over, or just people she was dating. She'd cook them like full-course steak meals and stuff like that. It wouldn't matter what time of the night it was. She'd wake them up to a full-course steak breakfast. Like, I just have that in me to serve my man. And kind of, you just show them this is what you could be. Like, cater to them. A lot of women don't. So, to me, I always grew up, like, thinking, like, I remember when I was, like, 20, 23, and I like treated my men good. Like, I would pack your lunch. I'm going to pretty much play wife. This was like boyfriends. I'm going to pretty much play wife, because at the time I was just like, there's not many 23-year-olds doing this. Cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you, bringing your food to you, making sure you're good, making sure, are you thirsty? Do you need this? What do you want for dinner? And going out to get it, and just making hearty food for a man. Like, a way to a man's heart is food. So when I was younger, I would go above and beyond, especially if I really liked you. Like, I'm about to show you what you could have. You want a prime rib right now? Okay, I'm about to Google it and figure out how to cook it. It was stuff that I didn't even eat that I would just cook and like Google it and figure it out. But she seems like she was just that type. Like, she was just really into him. And I don't think that's wrong on her end either. We all have been there. It's not her fault that he was gaming her. We don't know how it was in person. We don't know if he was acting like he was just head over heels in person the same way, or what. Maybe he's a texter that just texts short. Like, men do that. They text to where it kind of makes you like, why are you texting so like blah? Like, I'm sitting here writing this whole message telling you like, hey, sexy and stuff. and your response is just okay. Like, that's how Walt seemed like. He's the type that would text like that. So we don't know what it was in person. Walt's a really good conversator, so y'all know he was conversating. He's a good conversator, and that's a turn on for women, to be able to hold a conversation with a guy. So I do believe that in person, it was probably really good, like to where she really believed there was more to it. But Walt's probably just like that with everybody too. So she just couldn't tell the difference. She probably just felt special. So that's why she said her heart was broken, because she probably felt special. She's probably just like, oh my God, this guy that I've been watching and I really like just from seeing him. Are you falling asleep, girl? Ooh, Lordy. Okay. But this guy that's just like, I really like him and he just seems so nice. And the fact that, he's a YouTuber is a plus. And just, there was a lot of things that were pros to her that were outside of them hanging out and meeting. Like, she had a lot of pros on the list before she even met him, probably. So yeah, when she meets him and then she's just like, dang, I like him the same in person as I do on watching him. So yeah, she fell hard, y'all. Like, it happens. People cannot knock her for falling hard. She probably feels like she's known him. He may have just met her, but she probably feels like she knows him. She knows the type of man she is. All the things that she has on her list of the perfect guy, as far as like, okay, he does this, he's family oriented, he laughs a lot, he's outgoing, he's laid back. All of that stuff she had already built up before meeting him. So yeah, when you realize like, dang, like you're really, I like you in person too. Like, I did that with my boyfriend I'm with now. I met him online. I met him on POF. I met him like 6 years ago on POF. And we conversated for months before I actually met him. And I didn't really know anything about him like that. I would base it off of people's profiles. Like, y'all, I swear a picture tells a lot. I would look at people's pictures because I talk to multiple people online because it's just online. But I would base it off of who I would think could be potential would be based off of their picture. Like, I know it's real, like, basic and shallow, but that's what it was. And it wasn't how they look in the picture. Y'all, I was looking at the backgrounds. I was looking at what type of picture this is. It would be people who would post pictures who don't know how to do angles. That was a turn off to me, because it's just like, you don't care what you look like. If I see a picture, a full body picture, and I see your shoes are dirty and raggedy, that's a turn off. It would be people who will post pictures of money. Like, men love posting pictures of money. That's a turn off to me. Complete turn off. If you post pictures clubbing, that's a turn off to me. Like, I just like it real basic. Like, and with my boyfriend, I knew once I looked at his pictures that was potential. Just based off of that, it made me want to get to know him at least. So then we would talk, and then when we finally met up, I was used to talking to people and then meeting up with them, and then it's like, whoo, catfish. Like, for the looks, personality, and all, or the ones that did look like their pictures, it was just like, you're weird, like, you're awkward, you're weird, the same comfort isn't there that I felt like I could have with you off of text messages and stuff. So when I met my boyfriend, it was like we hung out and we clicked instantly. So it was like, it made me fall even harder, because it's like, okay, I already like what I see on the profile. I already like the conversation we have over text messages and stuff. So to meet somebody in person, it's like, think of like your heart like a meter, okay? This is the beginning of knowing somebody. This is where you're just madly in love. So when you talk to somebody and you've already seen them, you've already seen at least their personality, even if it's like based off of being on something else, that heart meter is already moving. So then you meet them, you're already halfway in love. So then when you meet them and everything's going good, it's like, dang, I really like you now. So now it's here, okay? And now all you have to do is wait for it to become official, and it shoots to there. Y'all like my little lesson? But that's what it is. And that's what I think happened with her. It's not like she just met him on the street and then, they went on some dates and she's just like, oh my God, he broke my heart. Nah, she was getting to know him through his videos. He just didn't know she was getting to know him. So for her to say that he pretty much broke her heart and stuff, I think that just means that she just had expectations. But I'm glad she came through with the receipts just to kind of shut everybody up. Everybody that was just like, you never knew him, you didn't meet him and everything. I'm glad she did that just to clear her name so that she doesn't look like she's just a clout chaser just trying to lie and say she knew him. And I mean, she said her family watches it, so she had to prove it. He made her prove it. But I think the whole situation should just be deaded now. It's kind of like, what more can be said? Like, what more can really be said? I don't think he's going to even speak on it anymore. I think he only really spoke on it because B-Love asked about it and Cindy was right there and he couldn't really break it down, which I understand, y'all. He's with Cindy. He's going to protect her feelings before he protects some past girl that he was dating, you know? She's the one he got to cut that camera off and deal with. So I don't blame him for downplaying it and just letting it be known like, yeah, I knew her and blah, blah. So I just think that it should just be over now because kind of getting drawn out. I'm glad she came with the receipts and I don't think he'll speak on it at all. Because like I keep saying, y'all, it ain't that deep. It's a little bitty situation that's getting dragged out really far. But I'm kind of glad it's over now. I don't think it'll get spoken of again. So I hope she just kind of just lets it go. She said her piece. She proved her point. If he wants to bring it up and lie about it again, then it's only going to make him look worse. Not saying that this whole situation made him look worse because he's with Cindy. So I 100% understand why he would just be trying to downplay the whole situation and just like, just let it go. Because it's not worth them fighting over the past. If they get back together and they kind of just they forgave each other for everything that they did and they're just kind of starting fresh, it's no point in dragging out an old thing. Y'all, my meat is over there burning. So on that note, I'm going to be doing a video today. I'm making some homemade egg rolls and I'm going to attempt to make some homemade wontons. So we'll see how that goes. So on that note, you guys, go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you're here to the end and you enjoyed the video. Comment down below. Let me know anything you want to say, anything you got to say about what I said. If you want to add some more information, y'all know I'm always open to talking about it. I comment to everybody. If I don't comment back to you, it's because I just probably missed the comment, but I do go back and I make sure I comment on everybody because I appreciate everybody even watching and having something to say. So go ahead and comment down below. Hit your subscribe button if you have not already and turn on your post notifications so you can know when my next video will be uploaded. Bye.